Hello, I have not done a sit-down video in a minute, so this feels new to me. All right, so today we're going to talk about 5 things I wish I knew before becoming a full-time loan signing agent. I am coming up on 1 year of doing this full-time, which is flown by really fast. So I'm just really glad and happy that I decided to document this because I didn't realize how many people this resonated with. I just saw a gap in this market and I thought, you know, nobody really looks like me. I don't see anyone in my situation going through this. But now that everybody's quitting their job, I feel like there's this huge rush to just not do a regular job, and this is one of those jobs. Maybe if you're in that situation, I hope this can help you out. And yeah, let's get into it. The main goal of this video is for you guys to learn from my mistakes. So the first thing I want to talk about is join a community. So as soon as you get started, I would and that means like joining like a Facebook group, or there are notary forums, but that feels really outdated actually, now that I say that. Like Notary Cafe, there's probably something on Reddit, but I think Facebook groups are a little more communal. So for me, I took Loan Signing System with Mark Wills. He offers a Facebook group where you can join in on the community. I think any course probably offers a Facebook group, but honestly, you can just like search on Facebook, like Notary or Loan Signing Agent Facebook group. Like everything's there. So the main reason why you want to join a Facebook group is because you have so many questions, and I see that because I get asked too, but more often than not, that question has already been asked and answered in that group. So that's what helped me start. I was literally just like days of research on there, like, oh my god, how's my first signing gonna be? What do I need? What kind of printer? Blah blah blah. What kind of pens? Like, it's insane. So actually, that's how I found out that you need to sign with blue pens. For some reason, I never noticed that, and I freaked out because my first signing, I signed with like a black pen, but everything was fine. It still worked out. I think this would also be helpful if you are a little too scared to do your first signing, because when I was on there, a lot of people were posting their first signing experience, and that helped me a lot. That really gave me the confidence to, like, you know, just realize that everything's gonna be okay. Like, it's fine, you're nervous, but you'll get through it. Ultimately, I think it's just nice to know that you're not alone, and joining any community is just really helpful. Number 2, you will never be fully ready. I don't mean to say that to scare anybody, but like, I think some mistakes are just inevitable, and of course, I never plan on making a mistake, and I literally studied for a whole month, and I was going crazy. Like you all know, I'm a Virgo. I'm very attentive and detail oriented, where I'm like, no, nothing will go wrong. But of course, I'm a human being. Like, things just happen. Yes, you can study as much as you want, but I think the most important thing is how confident you are when you're explaining the documents to the borrower. So that's when I realized that they were like signing faster, or just trusting me, because when I started to be a little more assertive and confident, they're like, okay, like I can trust her. Like, that's definitely what this document means, so I'm just gonna sign it. And that also like greatly decreased the time of my signings, because I had one of my first 2 signings was 3 hours, literally 3 hours, because I wasn't confidently saying like, yeah, this is what it means. Because different lenders have different documents, so I was used to one set of documents that I practiced with. So when I saw this one, I was like making sure that that's what I studied, and that time and that doubt just showed, and it led them to not believe in me. So just be as confident as you can, and that only comes with practice and just doing it, just starting. Number 3 is to invest in your supplies. It costs money to make money, so don't cheap out on things, because, you know, if you cheap out on things, it's just gonna be more expensive later, and I learned that the hard way. Like I said, there are so many supplies, but the main thing I want to talk about is, of course, your printer, because this is usually the most expensive investment in this business. So let me tell you about my problem real quick. I basically lost out on like a week or 2 worth of work because my printer was like printing out on the right side. It was just coming out really faded, so like some words wouldn't show up. It was to the point where I guess the county rejected my documents, which is horrible because that goes back to my escrow officer. So yeah, you just told me, hey, I can't use you until you fix your printer. So because of that, I decided to reach out to Ryko. This is not sponsored, I wish it was. You can actually lease a printer through them, and you don't need a huge like office setting printer. You can just get one with like a scanner and dual tray. I was looking at that. I was looking at 2 of them, one with a scanner, one without, and I believe the one with the scanner and the dual tray was around $75 a month, and that is for a 3-year lease. So what is included in that is, you know, the printer itself, the maintenance. So if you have any issues, you can just call them, they'll come over, and then also the toner. So you're paying for all that. So instead of buying toner each month, it's just going to be sent to you with that whole, like the whole lease. I think that's the best investment you can make, because if you're buying toner from the actual company your printer is from, it's going to be so expensive. I would be paying like $300 a month if I paid for the actual Brother toner for my printer. That's literally a car payment. So I would think about that, see if that's a great option for you. Even if you don't think you're gonna do this for 3 years, you can do a 1-year lease. I looked into it and I would have to pay around $100, but they still give you the toner for 3 years if you request it. I was getting printer from like the third-party toners from like Amazon or something. It was fine for a moment and then it caught up to me and it messed up my printer, I guess. I did fix the printer, but it's gonna take about 60 days, I think, to get the printer from Ryko. So I haven't decided on it fully, but I think I will be doing that. And I advise you to do the same if you're just starting out. All right, number 4, direct versus signing services. This is a huge topic. It's a hot topic. I think it's always discussed. The most important thing is that you should just do what works best for you. I might say some things, you might hear some things from other people, but it's really just like, maybe if you're doing this part-time, like it's okay to work with signing services if that's all you can get. But my main thing with working with a signing service is just not accepting like a low $75 fee or a $60 fee. It is not worth it. Not only that, if you accept those low fees, you're driving the market price down. You're saying, okay, my labor is worth this much, and then everybody else will start to charge the same because you're accepting that. And it's not acceptable to me. I started this business to not be exploited, and that's why I don't work with them. I personally prefer direct because there's an easier form of communication. If it's through a signing service, sometimes it can take a while. Yes, they'll leave the escrow officer's number, but it can just get messy and things get lost in translation. I just find it so much easier to work with a direct client. It's just, and you get paid more. Hello. Also, if you're just starting out, I think the best advice I can give you is to really, if you are deciding to go direct, you should plant the seeds with direct. Like, I think it's okay to miss out on a few signing service signings while you just like, you know, move the ball slowly with direct clients, because ultimately I feel like that's what happened to me, because I was putting a lot of time and effort into like the quick money, the signings from signing services, because it was just, you know, signings coming to me. I could have spent that time going to direct clients, marketing myself, really like planting the seed with them and building relationships. So I mean, I'm still okay with where I am and I don't regret anything, but I think that would be good to know if you're just starting out. Number 5, you're gonna get a lot of paper cuts. Okay, number 5 is to set a monthly goal. To me, I think this will really help you prevent any burnout. Not only that, I think this is really gonna help your drive and your motivation. When you're set and focused on a goal, you're just gonna, that's all you're working towards. I had the goal, like when I first started, is first of all to get off of unemployment, pay off credit card debts, get a car. And once I like really like thought about it and was focused on those goals, I just went for it. Like I just did it. I mean, you can watch my videos. So I think when you have a reason, it just makes working for it so much easier and worthwhile. With that, I do want to say, don't feel obligated to make like 15K, 20K, 10K, whatever means success to you. You know, success is subjective, and if success means making maybe $300 a day and coming home to eat dinner with your family, that is success, and you can reach that. You can do that in this job. This job is meant to give you that freedom and that flexibility. All right, so since this is kind of me being retrospective on my whole year, I do want to say where I currently am in this business and what I'm doing, what my goals are, all that. Right now, I accomplished all my goals that I set out from last year, and I'm really happy. I love my car. Like I love that thing, I really do. Also, in terms of business, I kind of stopped working with signing services. Most of the time, if I get a signing from them, they call me. Like I think I already discussed this. I'm one of their preferred notaries, one signing service, and Amrock will call me as well. So like if they call me and they can give me a decent rate, I'll take it. But I'm not out there like glued to my phone. That's another thing. Like it's so hard to get away from your phone, or like to not feel guilty if you're not like responding to notifications. So that was something that I kind of just like let go, because I didn't want that guilt and stress on me. So that's why, yeah, if they call me, I'll take it. But mainly my work comes from direct escrow officers, which my job is just so much easier. Like I said, I planted the seeds, so now I don't have to work as hard. Like I truly do not have to hustle as hard as I did. I was running around the city with like a chicken with my head cut off, like just trying to get signings, trying to get from signing to signing through LA traffic. But now like I'm just in a really good place where I feel like I can finally just like mellow out, still make money, and take care of myself physically and mentally. With that, on average, I'm making about like 6.5 to like 7K a month, which is still good. After taxes, that might be like what, like 5K. But I do, a lot of you ask about taxes. I'm not really gonna get into that in this video. That's a whole nother video. But I pay myself through payroll. I pay myself about $1,000 like bi-weekly. It's been $2,000 a month, and that's kind of what I just try to spend like that's it for the month. I put everything on my credit card, obviously for points. I do have Chase Sapphire. It's amazing, especially for travel. I can leave the link below if you're interested in that. I'm really trying to live just a not minimal lifestyle, but just like, I don't like to consume as much. I don't like to spend recklessly. I feel like once you go through a shopping addiction, like, and you're able to work through that, you kind of just don't find meaning in things anymore. So that's why I only pay myself so much, because I'm able to pay myself like my bills through my business, and then whatever money I have, like whatever money I pay myself through payroll is just groceries, just personal needs, and it's not a lot. Like I truly try not to spend a lot. I think that's also important if you're trying to grow your wealth or just save for anything huge. I mean, but if you want to spend your money, more power to you, because that's why you're working hard. Also, a new goal that I'm working towards is looking into buying a home. Like I already know the process, and I'm kind of glad I do this for work, because I feel like I know everything, but I know there's still some more info. So I want to get all my ducks in a row by the time that I'm ready to buy a home. Because I'm self-employed, that's going to take probably another year worth of taxes to get a home, so I have to wait for that. But I want to make sure everything's lined up, you know, we have everything ready to go. Also, I think this is more of like my ultimate goal. It's just to like work from home. I know that sounds weird because I am literally working from home right now, but like I want to be able to not have to go out. Like I want to be able to work from anywhere. Like I want to be able to move away for a little while. I don't know why I really have like this dream of working for myself in like Mexico City, or just working from home in Mexico. Like I would love to live in Mexico, like the food, the culture. I mean, I am Mexican, but like really try to like relearn Spanish. Like I think that would be amazing. So with that, I have to have passive income. So I already kind of do have some of that, but it's just trying to gear myself more towards that than actually having to physically work. That's what this job is able to provide for me in the meantime, and I love it. I love owning my own business, and I hope you guys find the same joy in that. All right, I'm gonna end the video right here because I don't want to blab on too much. But if you are a notary, if you're already doing this, maybe you're not a beginner, please leave some tips and tricks for like new people, or just things that I'm missing out on and that I should know about, because I love a good saving. So let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.